Okay, here's number 6 from the 10.2 number 2 worksheet. So we have the square root of 54 times the 54 b to the 6. So I want to break this down into two problems, the square root of 54 and the square root of b to the 6. I'm going to do them separately. First, the square root of 54. I need to look for a perfect square factor that goes into 54. 9 goes into 54. So I'm going to break this down into the square root of 9 times the square root of 6. I'm going to take the square root of 9, which is 3. I cannot take the square root of 6 because it's not a perfect square. Okay, so 3 times the square root of 6. That's the square root of 54 simplified. Now I'm moving to the variables. The trick was take this exponent and divide it by 2. 6 divided by 2 equals 3. So this piece equals b to the third. If you could not divide this by 2 evenly, then you would have a square root of b left over if this exponent was odd. But if this exponent is even, you're never going to have a square root for this part of your answer. So 6 divided by 2 equals 3. So now what I've got is really this problem. 3 times the square root of 6 times b to the third. So our rules about multiplying square roots, you can combine what's outside the square root and then leave what's underneath the square root, the 6 underneath the square root.